Hey guys, welcome back. Let's go over the bodyweight row. The bodyweight row is a dynamic horizontal pulling exercise that can be performed with a pronated, neutral, or supinated grip. In my opinion, the row is one of the most underrated fundamental pulling exercises in calisthenics. The row is essential when it comes to helping us develop the necessary strength needed to perform harder pulling exercises such as pull-ups, and overall is incredibly effective for improving the strength and size of our back, considering that it is a compound movement. The cool thing with rows is, in some cases, such as with rings, we can vary the intensity to meet our needs just by changing the placement of our body and legs. This can be done on some stationary objects as well. Point being, the row allows us to gradually progress, so the intensity can be easily manipulated for beginners or advanced individuals. When performing the row, you are primarily working numerous muscles of your back, some of which include your middle and lower traps, rhomboids, posterior delts, your lats, and teres major. When it comes to form, we want to start with our shoulders depressed and away from the ears. For scapular position, you can begin in either a retracted or protracted position. Beginners ideally should start retracted to further understand and develop proper shoulder blade positioning. Our hips should be extended while keeping some tension in our glutes while performing the movement. For each grip, during the concentric or ascending portion, we want to ideally bring our chest to the bar or slightly past the rings if that's what you're using, employing a full range of motion. Retracting or squeezing our shoulder blades together at the top, our elbows at 90 degrees, keeping our chins tucked and hands directly in line with the lower portion of our chest. During the eccentric or the descending portion, we want to maintain a controlled tempo and avoid dropping down too fast. For grip positions, as stated earlier, we have a pronated, neutral, and supinated grip. Overall, with each position, we are targeting the same muscle groups, but each will slightly put more emphasis on some over others. The pronated grip is great for those looking to improve their vertical pulling work, such as the pull-up, as this position directly imitates the pronated position and movement during a pull-up. The neutral grip allows us to keep our elbows in, which may feel a bit more comfortable, placing more emphasis on our elbow flexors and can be useful to further practice the technique of keeping our elbows in, which is used in advanced pulling exercises such as the ring muscle-up. And finally, the supinated grip, which is great if you're looking for further activation of the biceps. During the row, there are a few mistakes you want to avoid to ensure that you are gaining the benefits of the row. The first mistake, and one that I've seen on multiple occasions, is rounding the shoulders during the ascending portion. Remember, the row's purpose is to target the muscles of our back through retraction and shoulder extension. If you're rounding your shoulders during the row, you are essentially just curling your body upward without gaining any benefits from the row. This means you're either unaware of proper positioning or working at too high of an intensity to perform solid reps. The next mistake is allowing your hips to drop. We want our hips to be extended at all times during the row to maintain global tension and good form. Dropping the hips can also play a part in regards to rounded shoulders, so make sure to squeeze your glutes, keep your hips up, and maintain tension throughout the movement. As for progressions, manipulating body and leg positioning is the easiest way to change the intensity. If you're using a stationary object such as a bar or parallettes, pay attention to the height of the object, since it will be fixed and you'll have to work around that specific height. So starting with a bar, we have standing rows, chest under bar, knees bent, chest under bar, legs straight, and chest under bar, legs elevated. With rings, it will be much easier to manipulate body position, as well as the height we can work with to change the intensity. Don't forget that the further away your center of gravity is from the anchor point, the easier the rows will become. The closer your center of gravity is to the anchor point, the harder the rows will become. So we'll start with standing rows, chest under anchor point, knees bent, chest under anchor point, legs straight, and finally, chest under anchor point, legs elevated. Alright guys, that is my video on the bodyweight row. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and click that subscribe button down below for more content in the future. If you have any other questions, please feel free to leave a comment down below. Thanks for watching, and as always, enjoy the process.